Everyone, welcome to the Greenland Quilter channel. My name is Katie and I have Teresa here with me. And Rita, if you answered my email, I did not receive the email. It's not here. So I don't know what to say about that. It seems we have email issues between us. So I don't know what your answer was. Yeah, she's asking for a Zoom link. Okay, hold on a minute. I'll try sending it another email to you. Yeah, so let's try doing that. Because she's gonna say the same block with me tonight. What do you think about that, Teresa?
Awesome.
Yeah, she's very excited about the thank you. Zoom. All right, let me see if I can get this sent to her.
Go over and look in your spam folder.
Yeah, I could look in there. I'm sending you another email, Rita. But yeah, let me look in my spam folder. Nope, it's not there. Let me know if you get the email, okay? I'm sent you a new email. Let me know if you got it. Hi, Jean. Hello, Jaja. And Rita and Linda Faust is here also. Yeah. Okay, so while we're waiting on Rita to see if she got the email and she's going to log on with us, I'm going to go ahead and pick two more channels for us to talk about while we're waiting on people to drift in. I've been trying to do that for the last several days. So yesterday I had done Rita and what did I do besides Rita? Yes. Oh, Andy from True Blue. Today we are going to do how are we going to do? Let me pick a couple. I don't know who I want to do. Hi, Bonnie. Hello. Happy. Welcome. Welcome. I had a list of people I wanted to do. Why don't we do, let's see, who do I want? While we're waiting on Rita. Oops. Sorry, guys. Let's see here. Let's do Guys Craft 2. We can do that one, which is John. And then we can also do Danny of So Not an Expert. Danny's trying to get to that 1K and she's been stuck for so long and can't seem to get there. She's been trying for the last year and it's been stuck right around the same mark. She's been sitting around the 842 subscribers for all this time. Okay, so what I'm going to do, you guys, while we're waiting on people to drift in, along with Rita getting into the Zoom, I am going to share the screen and we're going to talk about Danny's channel first. And Danny and I have been doing collabs on and off with each other, but the main one that she and I have been doing for the last year, actually it's a year this month, unbelievable. One Sunday a month, we get together and we talk about mental health. It's called Peace of Mind Mending Pieces. That's the name of the live that we do once a month at around 4:30 Eastern Standard Time on Sunday. We've been doing that for the last year now. It'll be a year this month, which will be this Sunday when we get together. And it's been me, Danny, and my friend Myra, who happens to have a master's degree in mental health. And she comes on and she helps guide us while we're talking about mental health. And it turns out that it's been a really good thing that we've been doing because people have been coming and we've been talking and we've been sharing different kinds of things that we could do to help each other out. We discuss when people are feeling down. You know, we've had several quilters who have lost family members in the last year. And, you know, when you lose a family member or if you have a catastrophic illness that takes you completely out of sewing, you get depressed, and we've been talking a lot about that too, and it helps to be able to have a safe place where people can come and actually talk about this subject, because for the most part, human beings have made it a subject of taboo to even talk about. And Danny has not made it a secret that she suffers from mental health issues. Hers is chemical, so every so often she has to be treated with meds to help with when she's having a bad time of it. And yeah, so we spend a lot of time talking about different things, and the followers have been, the group has been growing because it's a safe place. And Myra will tell you, she thinks you're going to hurt yourself, she's going to come chase you down to try and help. So anyway, let's talk about her channel. Can everyone see her channel? So Not an Expert. Someone in the chat, let me know.
I can see it over on YouTube.
Okay, good. All right, so this is Danny's channel. She says, "Hi, my name is Danny, and I am so not an expert. I've been sewing little projects here and there since I was in the 3rd grade and have always loved it. About 4 years ago, I discovered the art of quilting and decided to give it a try. From there, I was hooked. I've fallen in love with the beautiful projects and have loved learning about the artistry and techniques that go into them. I created this channel as a way for me to make new friends in the quilting community and learn more about this amazing hobby. As the channel name indicates, I am not an expert, but I believe that everyone else in the community is. So if you want to surround yourself with an amazing group of people, amazing group of experts and enjoy making occasional projects, please join us Sunday mornings at 10:30 a.m. Central Standard Time for live streams, or catch us on the comments tab of any of the pre-recorded videos in this channel." And I think she goes live more than once a week now. I'm not sure. But she has around 329 videos. She has 842 subscribers. So she's been sitting at that little 800 mark for a while now. I know she wanted to get to 1K by the end of the year, and it just didn't move. But y'all, if you're not subscribed to her, y'all hop on over there and share some love. You can see she sets up live streams. And looks like I need to hit a couple of notify me things here. Yeah, so she always usually has pre-set up lives so you can find them. She has shorts, a couple looks like. And then I think she has she's got playlists. So she's done Timberland Trails, Cross Stitch Fun, Blackberry Bramble. She likes to do these really nice projects. Twisted Dreams, Frame Pinwheels, Swirling Leaves. I mean, there's lots of playlists here for you to pick from and get to know Danny a lot more, and find projects that would be of interest to you guys. So this is Danny's channel of So Not an Expert, and I will post her link in the channel in just a seckie.
Yeah, she's a super nice lady too.
She is. She's a sweetheart. Yeah. So if you've never been over there, visit her, because she's just a really kind person. And I lost my chat. Okay, hold on a minute, y'all. I gotta find my chat again. I kind of lost it. And then we're gonna move over to John's in just a minute, but let me find my channel first. And it's warm in my house again today. Can you believe it? It's been warm like for weeks now in this house. I'm almost tempted to go turn the thermostat down. And Nikolai keeps saying, please don't. Because he's worried we're going to get a bit of rock, and then it'll drop the temperature like a rock in this house. Which he has a point. He knows more about the Arctic weather than I do. Although I'm getting where I know a lot about it these days. So how's everybody doing? And I'm getting ready to show another channel in just a minute. I'm just trying to get the pop-out chat on my screen so I can see people. Okay, now then, let's go do John from Guys Craft 2. So I've got to share the screen again. Are they drifting in now? Okay. Someone let me know when you see Guys Craft 2. He's hit 5,000. Did you know that, Teresa?
What's that?
John hit 5K.
Oh, wow, that's great.
Yeah, 2 or 3 weeks ago. Might be longer than that, but I don't think so. Can you see the chat or the screen now or someone?
Yes, now I can. Yep.
Okay, so this is Guys Craft 2, and John is the owner of the channel, and his channel is all about equality. Join me as I walk through my life crafting. You'll find a lot of quilting and sewing here, but he has so many other interests. Tune in to see what's next on the agenda. Watch as he learns new things, new challenges, and accomplishes cool things. John is a sweetheart. I've sewed with him many times. I'm hoping his schedule will free up soon where we can get together and sew again, because he's a lot of fun to sew with, and I really enjoy sewing with him. And right now he has 5K subscribers, and he has about 922 videos. So he's getting close to that 1K mark on videos. Let me see here. Let's see. He does make shorts, so you can go over and have quick looks at some of his shorts. He goes live every week. I don't remember which day of the week he goes live on though. Like the next one will be on the 15th, which is Sunday. So I know, yeah, Sundays is one of the days he goes live. He also has playlist over here too, country faves and KOC crafts. So mostly you're just gonna have to come and slip up underneath the videos and look at the videos that way. He doesn't have them categorized into playlists, but he has a lot of videos here for you to have fun with. And like I said, he's a really nice person, so hop on over there and subscribe to his channel and watch some videos, like, comment. He would really appreciate that. And I'm going to share both his link and Danny's link in the channel in just a second. Did that yeah, it did. Okay, so here is Danny's link to her channel for So Not an Expert. And then I have John. Well, let's see if the bot's going to wake up first. Hey, Jess. I'm about to say hi to everybody here in just a minute. Okay, there's Danny's link, and now I'm going to share John's link. Or not. That's interesting. We should have already showed it by now. I know I have him in the bot because I've interviewed him. Unless I put it under Guy's Craft, too. Well, let me see if I did. We'll do it the hard way. That's strange. It's not showing, is it?
Not so far.
Okay, I need to check into that. Okay, so I'm gonna do this the manual way. So here's John's link for Guys Craft 2. Okay, let me say hi to everyone in the chat. Then I'm gonna talk to Teresa about what she plans on doing today. So we got Linda and Rita's gonna try to get into the live tonight. I hope, unless she's having trouble with the link and I have to send her more information. Okay, we've got Jean. Hello, Jaja. Hi, Lisa. It's good to see you. Bonnie, hello. Hi, Raven. It's good to see you. We got Mona from Rip It. And we have Jess. Welcome. And we have Gladys. It's good to see you. And hi, Chris. Any of you who have channels, you're welcome to share your channel by typing exclamation selfie, unless you already know what your bot name is. Like Jess has one. It's she can type exclamation Jess, just like Teresa Louise can do the same with hers. So in fact, let me share Teresa's because we're about to put her on the big screen here. So how's your day been? What you been up to, and what you plan on working on?
Hello, Katie. I'm
Hi.
doing well. Thank you for having me on Friday the 13th.
Oh my gosh.
My lucky day of the year because, hey, been feeling pretty good today.
That's
So
good.
that's a lucky day.
What you gonna?
I have a channel. Okay, let me say this part. Yeah, my channel is Teresa Louise. I quilt too. I go live on Sundays and then random live once in a while through the week. And sometimes I come on with Katie.
Yep.
And yeah, I quilt, long arm. I do other crafts. I really like to do collage quilting and yeah, I can't think of anything else. I have a dog. Her name's Willa. She's up here with me. And today I'm just going to work on some random things. I have like a pair of blue jeans that I have that they're my favorite pants. Okay. And they have developed holes in the knees.
Uh-oh.
And which, I know a lot of people do that and, that's okay. But I'm going to patch them. So I went through my orphan blocks because, hey, I'm a quilter. Why not take an orphan block and turn it into a patch? So that's what I had. I had some of these
Oh,
stars.
nice.
And so I'm going to
Cool.
patch both knees with stars. Yeah. And then I also have this.
Oh, nice.
And if I have any other holes around that I want to patch, then I might use this. But so that's what I'm doing first. Then I might work on my Tiger FPP for a little while. This one, Violet Craft. And then I might go over and do a little bit of work on my horse collage. We'll just see how it goes.
I think that sounds like a good plan to me.
That's it.
And okay, so what did I do? Man, I feel really disorganized right now. Oh, what did I do with my book?
And what are you working on? Stars upon stars?
Yeah, this one is a full paper piece block from the 1000 block book.
Oh, okay.
Rita, I'm gonna send you a. There's supposed to be a way where you could tell them to turn the video on. Are you on your phone or are you on your computer? Let us know. Yeah, I'm going to show you a picture of the block as soon as I figure out what I did with my book. I had it in here cutting fabric. That's probably where it's at. Yep, it's in here at the cutting table. That's why I couldn't find it.
Hello, everyone in the chat.
Hello, hello.
She's on her computer.
Okay, down at the bottom of the Zoom screen, do you see where it has audio and video? While she's answering me, I'm going to show you what I'm working on. So this is what I'm going to be making tonight. And this is block number 34. I kind of have them out of order right now, but it's block number 174 on page 94 of the book. And here's what it looks like.
Oh, cool.
But I'll show you the makeup of the block down here. That probably works better.
Wow.
Tells me it is unrecognized. Huh. That's strange. You've been on Zoom before with that computer, haven't you? Seem to recall that you had been. Because you've been on my Zoom a couple times. A long time ago, but yeah. Try going out and coming back in again. Start all over again. Hi, Sandra K. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Carrie. Welcome. Hi, Jaja. Hello, Darlene. Anyone else I missed? Okay. She says yes many times. I can see her here, but I don't know why. Let's see. Do you get a message from me when I ask you to unmute?
Me?
Unplug and replug if it's a standalone. Are you in the browser or are you on the app? Yeah, try restarting the device. Probably should have tried to mess with this earlier. Okay, so here's my plan. I'll show you the colors I'm going to use. I'm going to use this for the background, which is the usual white you've been seeing me use. I'm going to use yellow orange again,
Nice.
and turquoise, and this violet purple color.
Oh, wow, that's pretty.
So on the paper, sorry, it shows here, it says dark multicolor here, medium right here, and then it's using rust here. What I'm going to do is I'm probably going to do the turquoise as this bigger portion here, the purple here, and put the yellow down here where it's in the center. Or I could be creative here and do turquoise here, yellow up here, and then do the purple down here, which the purple would look cool down there, I think. Let me look at the picture again. Because that purple would be right next to that turquoise. I think the yellow needs to separate the two colors. That's why I'm thinking I should put the yellow in the center. So what I'm going to do is that this paper piecing has to be done. You have to do 4 of the paper piecing. Hold on a minute, I'm going to show you something. Basically, you have 4 that you regularly do on the back, which I have here. But then you had to create a mirror portions, which means that these basically, I realized this after the fact. If I just sew on the front instead of the back, that's the mirror of what I hand drawn here. So, and I seem to be missing one of my hand drawn ones, so I might just print out another one. So what I'll do is I'll start out with the ones I have to do on the back first, and then we'll start on the ones that needs to be done on the opposite way. And that's how we're going to do this. Hey, Joe, welcome, welcome. And if I seem a little out of sorts, I'm sorry. I don't know, I just don't have my stuff together today. It's weird. I got up feeling like that today. I think part of it is I'm in a little bit of pain today. So it's got me a bit distracted. It's not bad though, I'm okay. So no worries about that. And I always fold everything on the, I wish I could help Rita, but I don't know how to help her with what she's having problems with. So what is everybody working on today? Rita says, she's having trouble.
Hello, K Money Quilting says, hello, driving home from work. Thanks for tuning in. And hello,
Joe
Moda.
says it's Friday the 13th. Yeah, I'm not superstitious when it comes to that stuff.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, I'm not superstitious.
That's why I always say it's my lucky day, because,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, it's just another day. I got married on Friday the 13th, the first go around.
You did?
I did. It was December the 13th of 1985.
That's funny. My sister's birthday is December the 13th.
So her birthday's fallen on Friday the 13th more than once, probably.
Yeah.
I'm just not a superstitious kind of girl. It wouldn't matter what day of the week we got married on. Our marriage would have been rocky as it was. So can't blame it on what day of the week I got married on. We were doomed from the start. Hi, Regina. Welcome, welcome. Okay, anyone else I missed that I didn't say hi to? If I did, say something. All right, so we're going to do this like the usual way. Wait a minute. Oh, yeah, that's going to be the yellow. So we're going to start out with yellow and the background. That's the first two pieces we're going to start out with. And I'm going to grab one of these. And we have number one is going to go right here, which will be the yellow. And number two is the white that I'm going to use here. And all I'm going to do is just kind of get my scissors out here. And there is a selvage on this, so I need to get rid of the selvage so I don't accidentally use it.
Hey, Katie, here's what it looks like.
That is gonna look, that looks cool. Wow. I remember the days of when I was a kid before we got into church and we had jeans, my mom would put patches on them, on the knees of our pants. They're saying cool, very cool.
Yeah, and I'm gonna do like a stitch around those.
Uh-huh.
Like a blanket stitch or something like that, you know.
That's probably a good idea.
But I think I'll save that for sewing downstairs.
You mean hand sewing?
Yeah, hand sewing downstairs.
Bonnie says she's pin basting her garden flowers because half of it shifted. Uh-oh. Chris says just came home from doing an MRI. I hope everything's okay. And Kay Money said she's driving home. And so far, that's about the conversation. All right, I need to make sure this is long. I went to town today and the sun is all bright and sunny and there's not a cloud in the sky, and but it's a little bit colder today than it has been. The lake looks like the temperature's gone up since earlier today. Earlier it was 25 degrees, now it's up to 31. So we must be fixing to get warm air here. So what I'm gonna do is I've cut two pieces of fabric here. And I'm going to get my trusty little glue stick out. This is a sew line glue stick. And I'm only going to glue one piece of the fabric, and that's the number one position here. And the only reason I'm doing it is because I don't want to use pin right here because I want to align these up. I'll use pins after the fact, but when I first start this out, I like using the glue better because I can line this up and get my 1/4 inch seam put in straight away. And I'm not having to compete with a pin and my ruler. And I'm just going to fold it back on the 1/4 inch line and we're going to trim. And this is block number 34, and this is called Stars Upon Stars. The interesting name. I noticed that I seem to have a bit of a theme going on with these blocks. I have a lot of star blocks, I've noticed. I didn't know if anyone else had noticed that or not. But after tonight, we have one more block. I have one more block before I hit the 36 block mark. So I'm very excited about that because that means we're going to get to start laying it out. And I already talked to Nikolai. I told him, I said, we need to go find somewhere where we can lay out all my blocks and get them in the order I want them in. And then take a picture along with label each block from what row it's going to be on and in the order it's going to be on. That way, when I get back with it, I can start putting sashing on it and sew row to row, you know?
Yeah.
And I think that would work really, you know, I think it's a good idea. Deb loves crafts. Good morning, Katie, and everyone. Happy Valentine's Day. Today, it's not Valentine's Day, is it? Oh, she
No,
must
but
be in a different time zone than me. Where are you at, Deb? Katie, I got the 1000 block book and I love the block you're working on. Tell me the block name again. It is called Stars Upon Stars. It's on page 94 and it's block number 174. You know what I was thinking I would do this, when I finish this up? I feel like I'm not ready to give up the book yet. I'm thinking about um let's see what you guys think about this too. She's in Australia. That's why she's already on Valentine's Day. It's like, okay, that makes more sense now. All right, so let's talk about this for a minute. I've been thinking about the book because some people have just decided to buy the book, and so they might want to sew along. I'm thinking about doing a short. Well, I don't know how long it'll take, but it's not going to be 36 blocks again. I can tell you that. But what I am going to do is let's do some FPP from the book. I mean, I out of all those 36 blocks, I have, when I finish this one, I'll have maybe 5 that had paper piecing involved in some part of the block itself. I think there's 2 blocks where it's all paper piecing, but most of them have been mixed. And I wouldn't mind doing like a small quilt where it had like a 4x4 or a 4x5, so it's so if it's 4x4, there would be 16 blocks. If it was a 4x, or I could do it smaller. I could do it where it's 3x3. Do like a mini wall hanging with just paper piecing. Hey, Bonnie. She says, I was hungry, made flour tortillas with fajitas. Oh, that sounds tasty.
that sounds good.
I haven't had fajitas in so long. Kind of some of this stuff kind of got drifted to the wayside because of where I live at now. So now that I have 1 and 2 sewn together, and I got to be careful here because we got moving. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I think I'm going to put a little dab of glue on here, just a little, on this number 2 piece, just so it won't go anywhere. It won't be moving around. And let me just put 1 little dab there. And then it can stay put so that when I turn it over to trim it, it won't be moving around so much. Okay, now then, I'm going to flip it over, and we need to, because we have 1 and 2 here, and now I need to trim this 1/4 inch seam allowance right here, because the next piece is going to be number 3. And we're going to trim it. Okay. Mona says she's going to lurk. Okay, so now I have 1 and 2. Now number 3 is going to be the medium color, and I am going to use wait a minute, there's another color that needs to be in here, looks like. Huh, I just noticed that, but I could do yellow here. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. We're going to use yellow twice. So let's put, which one do I want to do for the bigger piece? Because we're going to use yellow here. We're going to use the purple here. Let's do the turquoise up here on the top. No, turquoise here. Uh-oh, I need another color. Uh-oh.
Okay, I fussy cut a American flag, and that's going to go on the back pocket.
You're gonna put it on the back of the leg or on the back of the butt part?
I should have never wore these pants out Huckleberry in.
Oh, that's what tore them up.
Yeah, partly.
That's sometimes these things happen.
I should just get a new pair, but I like to wear stuff until it's, you know,
Till it's till it's you can't use it anymore, right?
yeah.
Okay.
Hey Joyce, how are you doing?
Hi Joyce. Welcome, welcome. All right. I think I'm just gonna use the white because I think that's what I was supposed to use anyway. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so we need a long piece here. So I'm going to use this purple next. And as you can see, I don't really, so we're going to sew along this line here, which means it needs to be like this. And then I need to make sure it's going to come all the way over. Yep.
Okay, there's the rear pocket.
That looks good. Real good. It seems like I have a big seam allowance here. Trim more off of it. And then trim this off too because it's teasing me. Hello, Joyce H. She says, hello, Katie and Teresa and Prince. Sorry I'm late. Forgot you were on. No one is ever late. You get here when you get here. I'm not too worried about that. I would be worried if I had no one in here.
Yeah.
That would worry me. But being, yeah, usually if you're not here, it means that y'all are getting off from work or whatever, and you'll get here when you get here kind of thing, you know? But I do appreciate it very much. Okay, I'm going to pin this. Rita, are you still with us? I'm sorry you couldn't get on. I don't know. We're going to have to work on the getting you set up for Zoom again. We'll have to play with it offline. I mean, off of a live, just practice. William couldn't get on the Zoom last night either, which is strange. I don't know what trouble. I just don't use StreamYards or anything because I prefer Zoom. I guess I could use StreamYards, but the amount of lives I do, I don't want to have to pay for it because I can't afford $50 a month.
Is that how much StreamYard is?
Yep.
Ouch.
Yeah, that's what I said when I saw it. Like, ouch, that must be for rich people. Because I pay 16 for Zoom. And I can, have up to, I forget, 100 people if I wanted to, but I've never done that. But I have that because I exceed the hours that you can get for free on Zoom.
Yeah, 16 sounds much better.
Definitely. Because I pay 16 for that and I pay 15 for my Canva account.
Hello, Patty.
Hey, Patty. It's good to see you.
Hello, Sandra.
Yeah, hello, Sandra K. Good to see y'all.
Okay. I'm gonna work on something else.
I'm glad it's certain you know who settled down. I thought she was going to give me some trouble tonight. I had fed her right before we started the live. It's weird, but when you do lives, it's like, oh, you must give me more food. She thinks about food all the time. This thing has the weirdest angle on it. But it'll be pretty when we get it all together. And then I just need to make sure I have a long enough piece. I got an email back from Jordan Fabrics today. They don't have any more fabric like this that I've been using because this is where I got this background. Was from them. I bought like 12 yards and I'm getting down to about, it looks like I have maybe two or 3 yards left of it. So it's getting alarmingly low now. And I had called them to see if they could see if they had any similar to what I had bought from them last time. And so the email came today and she says, I looked and we don't have any similar to that. But she said, should they get some, she would contact me about it and let me know. So I'm happy about hearing that she will keep me on the wait list should some more of this, something similar to this come in. Because this is a batik, it's not a cotton.
Hey, Rita.
Oh,
There you are, you made it.
I have a headache now.
You have to breathe.
Okay. So you didn't get my email from this morning.
No,
Okay.
no email.
Should I be nice or not be nice?
What do you mean be nice?
Here's the colors I'm using. But
Oh, hang on, let me spotlight you. You got to kind of say hi to everybody and tell them who you are and all that stuff, and then tell us what you plan on doing.
I don't have a double camera. Anyway.
You don't have to have a double cam. Just tell them who you are. Tell them about your channel, and I'll share your link.
I'm Rita, and I think my channel is Crystal Dragon House of Creation. That's what it is. I don't know about my channel. I just do strange. I don't want to say strange. I just do various videos. I would have to switch my camera to my face, but anyway,
Go ahead.
I'm doing. Katie gifted me this book, and this book is amazing. I'm not great at holding off. I did this block before I knew Katie was doing it, so. But I'm gonna do a second one. If you want to see the other block that I did, I emailed it to Katie, but she has trouble getting my emails.
You can show it. Go ahead and show it.
You want to see it?
Yes, show it. Let them see that block because that block is beautiful.
But I will create the other one because I don't sew on the paper. I don't. But here's the one I already did.
You already made it?
Well, yes.
Girlfriend?
But I'm gonna do a second because I did this when I first got the book.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't know. So
Miss Speedy over here.
yeah. This one is really easy. I can say it is a beginner friendly paper piecing block. And I wanted colors that purposefully did not match.
Well, that's the name of the game, ain't it?
I wanted scrappy. The second one, they do match. And I thought, I should have waited, but I didn't know you were going to do this block.
No, it's okay. I get being all excited and wanting to do something. So yeah, you're not offending me one little bit. Besides, you have a lot of catching up to do anyway.
To be honest, I've made 10 of the blocks in that book.
Well, do you
But-
want to show? Well, how about showing them? We'd like to see them.
They're over there, and no, nope,
Get that
nope.
many already.
It's a secret.
Oh, you're not going to show it? Really? You're going to
Oh.
tease us, but you're not going to let us see?
Mm-hmm.
There's something wrong with this picture that you don't want to show them to us.
Nope, 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 nope. There's
I'm just
nothing
bugging
wrong
you.
with them, but I had to go back and make sure they weren't one of the ones that you did. They were opposite. They were completely different ones.
Oh, you mean color or just the block itself?
The block itself.
Oh, okay. I have an idea. I don't know if you'd be interested, but I was thinking since you got the book
Mhm.
and I'm going to be starting this year with something new because I'm getting close enough to finish this one. I thought about doing a smaller quilt top where it was just paper piecing, like a mini hanging quilt or something like that, where it had like either 4 blocks or 6 blocks or something like that, or we could go up to
Mhm.
12, I don't know, and it all be just paper piecing.
Mhm.
Because I think that would be fun, so that you know, because there's so many paper piece blocks in the book.
There's a ton of them. Well, almost all of the blocks have paper piecing in them.
Yeah,
Or the other concept is, because I was going to create a second block, here's more pieces to the block. I was going to do a second one of the same thing. And I'm like, that's boring. But they're fairly easy. They're not, there's nothing like this is a piece of freezer paper. This is just regular paper. But I just don't sew through the paper.
yeah, I
That's-
knew you could do that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do it
Or
like that.
you can sew through the paper. I've done both.
Yeah,
It's not, I don't have I don't have YouTube open, so I can't see the chat.
do you know how to
Yeah, I can go to it, but I wanted to get
no, I was gonna ask you, do you know how to just take the chat off the browser and then minimize your
I don't
browser?
this is the only thing I have running right now is this because I was after making sure I don't know why the video didn't work. I don't have a clue. I just have to bring up the browser or the what you call it. I had to do it a different way.
Mhm.
I had to sign into my actual Zoom account.
Yeah.
I'm like, I shouldn't have to do that, but I did. That's how I got.
Oh, I don't know why it's doing that either. That's just strange.
Might be security reasons. Who knows?
I know William couldn't even get video or well, wait, he finally got video working on it last night, but he had no sound, so I don't know what was going on.
Yeah, no, I had to actually go off, shut all the things down, and just log into Zoom itself. And I'm like, it's the same. But evidently Zoom said, no, you're not getting video or audio.
Yeah, who knows? Bonnie's asking, this is for Rita. Do you fold the paper out of the way before you stitch it?
I can show you. I can show you how I do it. Which way do you want me to go? I can do it sew on top or not on top.
It's up to you.
Okay, I'm going to start this new one. Okay. This is the one that I drew for the opposite side. Okay, which means it goes like this. These are the two halves. You got a left side and a right side. So what I do, this paper's all, actually I'll use this one. This paper is all folded. Or I folded it like this. Number one is right here, which is the center of this block is number one, which is right here. Whatever color you do, dark, light, whatever looks better, dark. That's the first color I'm gonna do is this center piece. And when you're making these, you're making these two at once. There's only 2 sets here. 1, 2, 3, 4. but you're doing one corner of these at a time. So I'll show you how I do it. Get over here. Like this is number one. I chose this purple. And I just put, I mean, this purple has no, there's no wrong or right. Here's the paper piecing. I just hold this down. Number one is here. Okay. Number one and number two are sewed together at the same time, like this. And two is a background, and here's my background. I want this one, this little one. Come here. Come here. Well, it's not going to come. I only want one piece, not two. This stuff sticks together. We'll put these two together. Hold. Just got to go this way. Hold it back like that. And you can actually take, when you're doing this, to hold it in place. I just use this, a little bit of this. Don't put a whole lot because it will stick and it will be a pain because it'll rip the paper. I just put a tiny bit on the very end just to get it to stick to this while I'm sewing it.
Okay. Cynthia says, Rita, I've missed you, girl. Glad to see you today.
I'll get my browser up and then I just sew it. And yes, I hold the paper back. I don't know if you can see. Let me.
One of these days, all of us are going to have fancy cameras.
I mean, I have, you know, I have a decent camera, but I only have one. And it'll follow me. I had to turn that feature off because it was following me all the time.
Yeah, Zoom has that little setting, and I stumbled upon it and messed with it, and I'm like, wait, nope, I don't want it following me, so I turned it back off.
It was following me. Like, no, it was creepy. The camera was.
It is creepy, but it's also, you know, people who are sensitive to motion, that would really drive them crazy.
I can't handle motion. No, because no, I get seasick, like seasick. See, and then it puts 1 and 2. Okay, it's like this. You flip up the back, then you're gonna have to iron it, or Katie's got one of those roller things. Okay.
Do you have one? Do you have a seam roller, Rita?
No, well, I did, but I think one of the dogs thought, oh, cool, it's a wood toy.
Oh no.
They've eaten through 3 of them. It's like, no. So
I think I've messed up the bushings in both of mine, so I ordered a new one.
yep. So you got 1 and 2. 2 is right here. The third one, which is this piece right here. This is the third. This is number 3. This little tiny skinny piece. Stay. And I am doing mine. Oh, I didn't. No, it's over here. Like this. But because I'm not sewing on the paper, mine is a little different than Katie would, because I'm doing it right side go out. The wrong side goes towards the paper. So in this case, I'm going to be doing, where am I at? 1, 2, 3, which is this one right here. Whoops. It's the skinny piece right here. So what I do is fold this over. You should already have your paper folded. And then what I do, see, I folded it over to number 3, which is this skinny one. 2 and 3 are here. I just fold it over. set it down. You can't see me sitting down. And just cut off 1/4 of an inch. Pretty much just what Katie does, exactly what Katie does.
She's just not sewing through the paper like I am.
Right.
Wishes hi to Rita. Teresa's also in here, you guys. Joe says, beautiful block, Rita.
Thank you. Get away from there. Okay, so you got it here. 1, 2. And there's my number 3. So I'm just going to take it. Doesn't have to be exact. The only thing you want to do is make sure, let me switch it around. Make sure that it's going to cover. And I got to move it over.
Yeah, you gotta be careful about
Yep.
overlaps where it's supposed to.
Yep.
Because if you don't, you're gonna have a heartache.
And I just sew a piece onto it. No, just kidding, just kidding.
A heartache.
Yeah.
Nothing but a heartache.
Then you have an orphan thingy.
Boy, how many times have I done that, man? Let me see here.
Okay. I'm going to.
This needs to be like.
Put you some here. I don't want you staying down. I hope I did that right. If not, we'll find out. I don't know if I did that right. Yes, I did. Okay. See, now here's the front. Okay. Then when you flip it over, there's number 3 right there. I hope I'm not confusing anybody with doing it this way.
They're watching. Someone says your nails are beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I get tired of them bored, so I change them all the time. This one's got polka dots on it. And in case anybody wants that, the neon green does glow in the dark.
That's freaky.
Okay, now number 4 is the background again. And you are right here. No, that's the big background. Let me get one of these big pieces. Come on. Anything? Get away, ruler. There's that piece. Yeah, I don't have my camera set up to it's one way and that works. Now I need this big piece. I always try to make these pieces bigger. Yeah, I know it wastes some material, but I'd rather have them too big than too small.
Yep. There's always a problem.
Yeah, I'd rather have. I don't throw crumbs away, so I'd rather have too much than not enough.
Teresa, what? You still doing the patches? Are you still doing the patches?
No, I'm all done with that. Now I'm working on the tiger.
Oh,
It looks like you're making a little bit of progress on that tiger.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm
That-
getting there.
that tiger's beautiful. Wow.
It is.
Like, oh.
Slowly but surely.
Okay, now we're going to use the turquoise again.
Hopefully that's not my neighbor's dog. Hopefully nobody can hear them.
Does that happen a lot?
Um, it, uh-oh. Um, he, whoever the owner of that dog is, he went out there and moved some stuff, and now the dog's got free rein, and so it barks.
Oh, got you.
And then, hopefully I didn't, come on.
You know, dachshunds are generally barkers too, but I have one that doesn't bark much.
No, I got ones that'll start singing. Like they're loud.
And I think that comes from Coda being the one that was the barker, not her. And since he's been gone, she only barks once in a while.
No, these guys got started when the brother to Zelina, which is Lobo's other kid, he weighed a pound. At 4 years old, he weighed a pound. And he
Wow.
would howl. And he got everybody from the time he was little. He just howled. And then he'd get everybody to howling. I don't know why. That's just what he did. And he was a Chihuahua and Beagle cross, but he had, the vet called it some other name, but it was a dog version of dwarfism. And so he thought he was a Great Dane, and he was a mean little dog, though. Ooh. And you get these.
Geez.
Yeah, so and then when he passed, these guys wouldn't even bark for like, it was almost a month before they would even bark again.
Yeah.
So I don't say nothing to them when they start howling. I won't. Dogs mourn just like people.
Yes, they do. I halfway thought that she would show the same old tendency most dachshunds do about loud noises and stuff like fireworks. But nope, she stays strong and barks at them from time to time. But outside of that, she's not. She hasn't turned into this shaky little dog every time they go off. So that makes me happy.
I've had dachshunds. I've had the full size, and then I had the miniature, and I never found one to be timid. They were mean little things.
The one that I brought with me from the United States, she, if it was loud noises or thunder or fireworks, in fact, it got so bad we had to start giving her a sedative when fireworks were going off because she would just literally hyperventilate.
Wow.
It was lucky that when it happened because poor baby, it felt so bad for her. But she was born in the middle of a forest fire, and when it's a known fact that if something happens within the first 6 weeks of the birth of a puppy, it will make them who they are as an adult.
Well, my 3 big dogs, 2 were Shar-Peis and one's a Bull Mastiff. We got them when they were 3 weeks old. They were supposed to be 3 months old. The one tan Shar-Pei, she's just fine. The Bull Mastiff is fine. The white Shar-Pei, when I got him, he had a slit from his ear across his face.
Ooh.
They had beat them.
Aww.
And still to this day, he doesn't like you touching his feet. And he was 3 weeks old. And he's the one that doesn't understand how to drink water. So he sticks his face in the water and sucks it.
Oh, wow.
And then he would try to eat and he would fall into the food. He's very, very, if strangers come up to the fence, he'll bark and growl and then spin in a circle. He's well, the vet said he might have autism because of being smacked in the head.
I didn't know dogs could be autistic.
Yeah, he just said it's a form. It's like mentally retarded. And he's the same one that doesn't understand you run with your head facing forward. Instead, he watches behind him and he'll run into things. He doesn't, you know, and the other dogs get into disagreements, and so he gets into the disagreement too. He doesn't understand. No, they're just playing. He doesn't. No, he's just a funny dog. I just kind of ignore his little, but yeah, you gotta. He don't like his feet touched at all. But they have to have their nails trimmed, so it's like, oh
Yeah, Nora won't let me cut her nails.
yeah, I don't. Yeah, he has to have them cut. It is. They grow funny. They don't grow normal, and oh, it's a battle. So I put him in a bathtub, but he likes taking a bath with lavender in it because it calms him down. And then I put Epsom salts in it with lavender, and it calms him down. And then he sticks his head underwater and blows bubbles. So it's like, what, you committing suicide, dog? Seriously? Yeah, I don't know why he does that. I don't have a clue.
So, Cynthia says, I have 2 more cards to make today, and then I want to sew all weekend. I'm sorry I disturbed your sewing part because I have her making birthday cards.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Well, that sounds fun.
yeah.
You don't
March is going to be so full of birthdays. It's just insane.
you don't do quilty cards?
Me?
Uh-huh.
I don't even know how to do those right now.
Are you kidding?
No.
You did. You're good at paper piecing. I'm not. I'm terrible at paper piecing. I could do it, but I'm not
Yeah,
great.
paper piecing is ranked in the same as making a card though.
Oh, yes, it is. Pretty much.
But I also don't have that paper that you use for that, so
I don't use any special paper. I use card
like
paper.
it's regular old printer paper, and that's not good enough.
Yeah, I've done that. And then I also have the little actual cards. Cards. They're cards you buy. They're nothing special, but you could do it with regular printer paper.
I just haven't had the desire to make them. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. Because there's things you have to do to it, and I don't know how to. I have never used the and one of these days I'll get around to doing it. I'll mess around with my settings on my machine that does the what's that stitch, blanket stitch? Yeah. Or
No,
the zigzag on it, because you have to zigzag around the outer edges of it.
no, you don't have to. You can, but you don't have to.
Every card I've ever seen has been like that. Actually, I have some that someone has sent me. Speaking
Yeah.
of cards, speaking of cards, I gotta tell y'all something. Now, I didn't know I was getting a card from my oldest daughter. Now, I know that someone else has sent a card too, that hasn't got here yet. This card was mailed. Listen to this. You know what the postage date on this card is? And this one's from Florida. The postage date is December the 16th. I got it today.
Takes that long?
I don't know what's causing all of this.
Oh.
Someone else has mailed a card that can't remember who said they mailed it, but I still haven't got hers either. But I got this today. So this is like a Christmas card probably because it's got Merry Christmas on the back of it.
Wow.
I know. I don't know what's going on with our mail. I can tell you I have a fat quarter shop order sitting in Denmark. It says it's been put on the airplane, but when I try to track it here in Greenland, it's nowhere to be found. Which is very annoying. So I think what's happening is they're getting bottlenecked in Nuke. Oh, look, it's a Christmas card with my.
Oh, how cute. That's cute. Oh,
very nice.
Cool.
Every year she sends me a Christmas card with her and Eric and the baby on it. Of course, now she's not a baby anymore. She's in June she turned 6.
Jeez.
Time is flying by.
Yep, it is.
Hi, Dubrovka. It's good to see you. Hello, Jennifer. Welcome, welcome. Hello, GN. That GNV. Hi from Montreal. Welcome, welcome. GNV says, I am a French Canadian. I am cutting my templates for a 1930s farmed wife. Cynthia says, oh shoot, your order may not arrive on time. I'm shipping it out tomorrow or Monday. Yeah, send me the pictures and also send me a bill so I can pay you because I would like to pay you. So it might not get on, it might get here on time, it might not. I don't know. We'll see. It might have been because I don't know what the reason is, but
Oh, that's weird.
it's very annoying. And Jaja must be here too. Hi, Jaja.
Hit the paper in a couple of places. I don't care.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
it goes into the paper and I don't care.
He did this one backwards. Oh my God.
You did it backwards, just put it on the other side.
Oh, I need to. No, you don't know what I mean by that. I put the color in the wrong place.
So just put the color.
I have to undo it and put the right one in it because otherwise it's going to be wrong.
No, just switch your thing around. Just switch where you put the colors. No. Yeah, see?
No, look.
Mm-hmm.
See where this turquoise is? The purple's supposed to be there. Wait, yeah. The purple's supposed to be up here and the turquoise down here.
But just switch the colors.
Place.
Switch the colors on your other pieces.
I already have one piece made, see?
Oh.
Yeah, so that's not possible. I'm going to have to take it apart.
Well, it's either that or you make them all that way.
Yeah, no thanks. I want it where it will bother me, so I'm going to undo it and fix it. Good thing I hadn't cut on this one yet.
Yep. That one's done. Seems like they take me forever.
Yeah, but
this one's all purple.
I don't feel like it takes too long. Once you get into the groove anyway.
I mean, when I made this block, I timed it, and it takes longer to cut out the fabric than from cutting out the fabric to everything to finishing the block was 45 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. To me, that seems really slow, but that's my opinion.
Well, it takes me the whole 3 hours to make one block, so there's that.
So it's slow or not slow?
Doing them on the live too, and that's why. I spy tiger whiskers, says Yo Patty D.
Okay, now
she can see the whiskers, Teresa.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
If I can get this. But that's how you do it. I just fold the paper back. I don't know.
I came home with 3 baby Hoyas today. The heartbeat one that looks like little hearts. Oh, here, I'll show you. Right now, it's just in an infant stage, so it's not even going to show you much of nothing.
Oh, a flower.
It's a plant.
Oh, okay.
It's in the Hoya family. But these are shaped like hearts. See?
Oh, it's a cacti.
No, this is a Hoya.
So is it a succulent then?
No, it's a Hoya. It's a tropical vine. So when
it looked like it was fat. Okay.
Yeah, no, it's not fat.
Okay.
I bought 4 of these today.
But it's just a vine, just a,
It there's all kinds of genus, no, species of Hoyas. And this particular one has heart-shaped leaves, and the vine will start coming out, and it'll have a heart on it, and then the vine will grow some more and another heart on it. And then after it reaches a certain age, it'll start flowering once a year.
really, really?
Yeah, it's really cool. They're easy to take care of. The only way you could actually murder one is if you overwatered the crap out of it.
Oh,
Because they don't like, when they're in soil, they don't like standing in water.
No,
like
and they don't like, mine does not like to be fertilized. I
Yep.
killed mine with just regular household fertilizer.
Yeah. So Teresa knows what I'm talking about too. Now I have this one that's actually been in water for about. Here, I'll show you different species of Hoya. Here's the different species of the same genus. These I have rooted in water right now.
That's close. That's pretty close to the one I have.
Yeah, this is not a hard. These are pretty hardy, but like I said, if once they go into soil, they have to dry out. If you let them stand in it, you're going to kill it. I had a 12-year-old Hoya, and when I went to the United States in 2018 and I got stuck over there, I came home and that vine was huge in that hanging basket. When I looked, I'm like, great, my Hoya's dead. And Hanifa says, it's not dead, it's green. I said, no, you killed it. How do you know? I said, go stick your hand underneath the basket and lift it up. She did. She said, oh my God, it's heavy. I said, yeah, you watered the heck out of it. Now it's dead. You can't save it? I said, no, it's gone. Because it had that color. There's a color it does. It turns this grayish color. And when it turns that color, it's history.
dead, yeah.
It's dead. And there's nothing you can do. Because basically it's suffocated. See, when it's in water without soil, it uses oxygen in a different way.
Right.
But I've had it in there a year and it hasn't done much growing. It's time to get it in a pot. But I'll wait till April to do it. Because by then we'll have more sunshine and I won't have to worry about secondary issues because of low light. But I definitely would like to get some more Hoyas because I really love them. They're so easy to take care of as long as you just pay attention to not watering them.
I'll be right back, Katie and Rita.
Huh?
I'll be right back.
How do you spell the plant? Oh, the one I just showed you is a Hoya carnosa. I think it's the carnosa. This is how it's spelled. This is the genus. And there's hundreds of species of that. As you can see, I'm ripping out quite a bit right here, but it'll be all right. Somebody keeps texting me. Who's texting me? Oh, Cynthia is. I'll look at him directly, Cynthia. She's making me some birthday cards for some family members that's having birthdays.
Now, let me get the chat back up.
March is going to be full of birthdays.
Oh, cool.
My friend Melanie, that we've been friends for probably almost 40 years. Her birthday is March the 17th. Kristen, my youngest daughter, is March the 19th. Nikolai's is March the 23rd. Mine is March the 26th. And my brother is March the 31st. March babies. Yeah, I'll look at them after the live. Yep, yep. Thank you for sending them. Don't forget to send me the bill.
So you're talking about these type of quilted cards, right?
No, they're not quilted cards. They're card cards that she makes herself.
Like, oh, they're not quilted cards.
No, they're not quilted cards. They are actual card cards that she makes by hand.
Right.
And they're pretty too.
Cool. Cool.
And since she's in the States and I'm not, it'll be easy for her to send them because,
And right.
yeah. Except for the one that's getting sent over here for a certain somebody.
And you might get it 6 months from now?
I hope not. That would suck.
Oh, wow. No
Joyce
kidding.
says, I had a Hoya when I lived in Oregon that had star flowers, very pretty, only, and it was the only plant she could ever grow. Yep, they have little star-shaped flowers on them. And they usually open up at nighttime because that's when you could smell open, but the pollination part happens after dark because they put out this really sweet scent to draw moths to.
Hmm.
But they're cool because the flowers look like they're made of wax. They're very interesting.
So it's not a succulent then?
No, it's a tropical plant.
Yeah, it just looks like it's a succulent, I guess, because of how it looks.
Yeah, it's not related to the cactus at all.
Hmm. Hmm.
In the wild, they grow up the sides of trees and stuff just like every other vine does. I'm trying to remember what.
The little flowers that grow on them kind of feel like a succulent almost.
Yeah,
And they're very fragrant. Oh my gosh.
yeah, they're very fragrant. And they
The
don't.
one,
Go ahead.
I'm just going to say the one I had was from my grandmother. And gosh, I had it for years. And when I lived in Oregon, it bloomed all the time. And then that's the one I killed with fertilizer, which really upset me. But luckily, I had given people starts off of it. So I was able to go and get another start. But and the one I have now, so it's still my grandmother's plant, right? But since I've lived here, and it's pretty big, it has not bloomed one time yet.
How long have you had it now?
I've had it in the same spot now for, let's see, I moved it here in 17, so 9 years.
Yeah, sometimes it could be 10 years before you see a flower on it. But what you could do is, where do you keep it at?
Well, I have a bar in my kitchen and I keep it at the end of the bar so it gets light from almost 4 different light sources.
How often do you water it?
When I stick my finger in it, if it's dry, then I give it some water.
Sometimes you can trick it into flowering by backing off the water more. Not like totally back off of it, but back off of what you usually give it. And then that tends to trigger the plant's need to make flowers so it can produce seeds. You could try that and see what happens, but I wouldn't get you. So you have one similar to what I had for water, right?
Yeah.
Now that one's kind of funny. I don't know if I ever had one that actually put flowers on it because I used to have a lot of those in Florida. And I don't recall ever seeing flowers on that particular one, but they do flower. They're just persnickety about it.
The one I have, the flowers kind of look like little stars, like
Yeah, they all look like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're pretty
and they're kind of pinkish and white, I think.
they sound pretty. They actually have some books out that are all about just Hoyas, and they show a lot of different pictures of the ones. The one with the hearts on them, those have little white stars on them, and I think it's got like pink in the middle.
Ooh, you should be able to dry those like that.
I don't think so because they're too fleshy.
The one thing I noticed is when it starts to shoot out with vines,
Yep,
don't cut those vines off.
yep. And don't cut the peduncles off either, because if you cut the peduncles off, you're not going to have flowers.
Right.
When it finishes flowering, don't cut the peduncle off because it will reflower in that same spot if you leave it alone. People have the habit of cutting the peduncle off and then they wonder why it didn't flower the next year.
Right. So I don't trim mine really at all. I just keep letting it,
Let it do its thing. It will self.
Yeah.
A lot of times they will self. When it's vining, sometimes the tip of the vine might dry off, and I think that's just the vine's way of controlling its own growth.
Right.
I knew this pen was going to get in the way.
I have a Christmas cactus that was my grandmother's too.
Oh, cool.
And I want to say gosh, I've had these for almost 30 years. And who knows how long she had them. And
That long, she had it longer than that.
yeah, she had them a long time. And the Christmas cactus she had white blooms with kind of pinkish centers. It's beautiful. And I didn't realize Brandon was watering it because I had it sitting over on the kitchen table and he's over there a lot. And so he thought, oh, it looks dry. So he kept watering it. Well, he killed it.
He killed it, yeah.
And so the stem on it was it was probably an inch and a half, maybe 2 inches round. It was a big plant and it was all rotted out. So I had to take it all apart and cut all the rot out and make new starts, so I was able to do that. And finally this year it bloomed. And so I had all these white blooms on it. I was so happy. I was like, yay. And the plant's not that big, but it still bloomed. So, and I told him, I said, please, I appreciate your effort.
Leave my plants alone.
But please do not touch the plants.
Let me go with them. I know. I told Hanif was like, well, I thought I was doing right. I said, told you go 2 weeks, give it a little water. I didn't say pour the whole bucket in there.
Yeah, that's not the only plant. He killed another one of my plants too. And they just rot off,
They just, and it's because we have them indoors, and when you have them indoors, the light is lower. Everything about being inside is different from being outside. Outside, they get the movement of air, and there's sun, and there's all these other things that contribute to drying pots out. But you can probably even open water them outside if you're not in the right place. But they're an interesting family of plants. I think they're so cool. So let me see. Joyce said hers was little pink stars, and she just lets the flowers fall off. Yep, that's what you do. And then Joyce says her husband killed it when they were moving back to Wyoming, dropped it, and it went everywhere. Oh no. And then Jan says, my grandma had Christmas cactus too. Don't have the original, but always have grown since then. Mine was really pretty this year too. I want to get some white Christmas cactus. I have the pink one, but not the white one.
Yeah, I have another one that blooms red, but it's a Thanksgiving
Yeah.
bloomer. So it's kind of nice to have a flowering plant in November and in December.
Yeah. I don't have the Thanksgiving one, but I keep thinking I will try to remember to bring some back from Florida with me. But I never make it down south where they have them at. You doing okay over there, Rita?
Yep.
I need a longer ruler.
I stabbed my finger, so I had to, okay.
I don't know how many times I've done that.
Well, it'll just sit there and bleed and bleed and bleed. And it's like, seriously? I just poke it with a little pin. I'm like, oh, okay, well, okay, fine. I don't know. My flowers bloom year round, so I don't know. With the exception of the dragon fruit cactus. Blooms once a year.
Isn't that the one that dragon?
It's a big, tall cactus, and the fruit are a red looking thing, and you pop it open, it looks like a star fruit.
Is that the one in the prickly pear family?
Yes.
Okay.
Have to catch it before the birds and lizards find them, because they'll take them.
Well, I can see why.
It's big. I mean, they're not small, berry looking things, but you have to catch them.
Yeah.
If you don't, then you don't get them, because the birds will take off with them. And the lizards, then it's like, yeah, they're on
food sustenance.
Yes, except the difference is the dragon fruit are actually on I don't know why it's called the thornless cactus, and I don't know why, because there are thorns on it, I assure you.
Oh, who knows why they needed that?
There are clusters of these thorns, and they are thorns. There's no thornless anything. Yes, they hurt.
It always amazed me when I was, every time I visited California and I'd go into Home Depot to see what kind of plants they had in there, and they'd have those apontias in there, and I'm thinking, I'm seeing people handle them, and they're totally oblivious that when they touch them, they're getting thorns all in their fingers because they come off and you don't feel them until they start digging themselves into your skin.
Yep.
And I'm like, I would not have an opontia for nothing.
Nope.
I don't want that problem.
Yep. My dogs do. They seem to get into the cactus all the time, and they won't stop. So it's like, fine.
What irritates me is them sticking flowers into cactuses to make the cactus look like they're flowering when they're not.
And they're not. I don't know why they do that.
They ruin the cactus by doing that because they wound them.
Yes.
And fungus grows in those wounds.
To the center of them, and it's like they won't know.
And unsuspecting consumers buy them thinking, oh, look, it has a flower on it.
Right.
When it's a fake flower.
There's a few cactus that do bloom, but they only.
All of them I've seen were fake. Every one of them. Kristen went to buy one. I'm like, by the way, that's a fake flower. She's like, no, it's not. I said, touch. And she's like, it is fake. I said, see, told you. They're just trying to find another way to get people to buy cactus by tricking them.
Linda, this is my second one. That Dresden, this is the second one. Yes, there is a this is a paper pattern, I think.
So along.
I can't remember. This is the second one I did. Here's the first one. Wait, no. Here's the first one. This was the first one. I guess.
I think I saw it. Okay.
That one's completed. I don't know if you can see it. This one's completed.
Yeah, our
This-
so along's on the 24th.
Yeah. This one was this one's the first one I did. It's different. This one is huge. As you can see, this one's huge. This one's big. Compared to what it's supposed to be, this one is a quarter the size of this other one. Selena. No talking.
All right, I'm missing something here. Where did it go? Oh, wait. Oh, here they are. I'm like, how do I lose those again?
This is
Get
under
started,
so much.
Mona. Hey, Laura Sup, how are you? And Linda, hello there. She says, good evening to you and all in the chat. I see you're working on the Dresden houses. Are you the creator or is there a pattern? Can you show it off? It's for
I don't remember. Yeah, I just set this here because that's what I got stabbed with. It's for
Dresden-
Katie Long.
the Dresden is a sew along for the paid membership, and it's a paid pattern that we all paid for.
Yeah, I couldn't remember. It's paid, so it's
Yeah, you
You
have
can
to
do-
pay for the pattern, not through me. You just
No.
go to Etsy to pay for it. It's a $10 pattern. And I was doing it as a sew along. It was supposed to be a secret.
sorry. I just pulled it down because I got stabbed and I didn't get blood on it. I was after a
Oh, you don't have to
band-aid.
apologize.
It's like
I was kind of hoping to surprise the channel with it, but it's already out now, so it's okay.
pretty. Yeah. No, I was bleeding. It's like, oh God, it's gonna bleed. My band-aids are back there. I gotta move it. So
Did you get the bleeding stopped?
yeah, it's just my blood is super thin for whatever reason they don't know. And I just poked it with a pin. I just moved my pins, the sewing pins, and I stabbed it, and it was blooding coming down my arm. It's like, oh my
no.
God,
That's not good.
no, and it won't. It's like I get it to stop, but then when it finally does, you look and I'm like, I know there was a hole there, but yeah, it'll just bleed and bleed and bleed. And it's like, I don't want the blood on that, so I had to move it.
Teresa, you thinking about going and working on your horse?
Not yet. Why? You want to see it?
When's the
I
last
like
time?
the horse.
When's the last time you worked? Linda, I will. Hang on. Let me go find the link. Hold on, Linda, and I'll go get it. Okay, we need to find. Dresden. It's called the Dresden neighborhood. She went up $1 on the pattern. Now it's $11. I don't understand that. So you start selling a bunch of them to a bunch of people so you go up on the price? I don't get that. Here's the pattern for Joyce. Here it is. It's on Etsy.
Yeah, they were probably like, oh, wow, look at how many we're selling. We better up the price.
And that's exactly what she did. She sold, I don't remember how many of us bought it, but there were several of us. And then the next day when I looked, it went up $1. And I'm like, so you're going to be greedy now? It's not
They
costing
did
her
that
any
when
money.
I was doing that calendar quilt project.
Uh-huh.
That happened then too.
It's a new meaning to, yeah. But she's got a couple other patterns I want to do of hers. Did I notice? I did find my Dresden ruler, so now I can make use of it for the first time in however long I've had the darn thing. It came in one of my Sew Sampler boxes. Actually, I think both of them did. Okay, now let's make sure
Where'd Rita go?
Oh, she disappeared again. She must have got knocked off. I'll keep this. Oh, here we go. Rita, are you in the channel? What happened to you? She's in the chat. She must have lost her camera again.
We don't know, Lisa.
Yeah, Joyce is a paid member of the channel. So yeah, go over there and get the pattern so you can do it. The sew along, we're gonna start the sew along on February the 24th. What size is the Dresden? Hold on. Based on what I saw on her pattern, she was using this size. So this came in a Sew Sampler box. You see, I never even took it out of its plastic. But she also has templates on the pattern itself. If you don't have it already, if you don't already have a ruler, you can just make the templates. But if you have the ruler, then use that. This one's called an Easy Dresden Set. It includes ruler and creaser, and it looks like the length of it's 8 inches, but I don't know the width of it. Cut strips 0.5 inches wider than the finished height of a triangle. I have one, but not sure what size. Yeah, I have 2 of them. The other one I have, let me show you the other one. See, this one's bigger. Let me take this one out. Or do I gotta cut the? Yeah, I never even took it out of its paper before, or the plastic. But you can definitely tell. Well, that was interesting. I guess they had it fastened down inside that packaging. So anyway, you can see that I have two different sizes. There's sticky stuff on the back of here. Huh. They must have did that to keep it from moving. So this one looks like so this white one, the one I showed you here, this one shows 8 inches in length, and this one shows 9.5 inches long. Hi, Sherry. You'll see up here where it's at, like there's 9.5 here, so I'm assuming that's 10. And then this one shows exactly 8 inches up there at the top edge. But this one's wider too. Let me get that sticky stuff off the back of here. I don't know what that is. Huh. They must have did it to keep it from moving around in the packaging. I'll deal with that later.
Hi, Sherry.
Laura says, Joyce, have you made a Dresden quilt? I have not, but one day. I made the fat little Dresden. Remember that in the Sew Sampler box, Teresa? The little fat, short Dresden that made the little flower by three sisters. Do you remember that one? It was like way long ago.
Yeah.
I never did get around to I got the flower part done, but I never did get around to sewing it onto or I guess you're supposed to like applique it on or something.
Oh, yeah, I don't think I did that. I do have Dresden plates hanging in the closet, waiting for me to finish them.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to say,
yet. She really wants to.
well, I think it's after this, after the tiger. Then it's a UFO. It's been in there for like 3 years, 3 years. And I think I stopped because I was trying to decide how I wanted to put them all together. But they're pretty big. I can show you.
Laura says, I'm just curious, question for everyone. How many quilts or quilt blocks are on your bucket list? Actually, I don't have a bucket list. Well, if I wanted to think about a bucket list, I want to do a Judy Niemeyer. Ooh, that's pretty. That's gorgeous.
It's beautiful fabric.
Yeah, that's gorgeous.
Okay, then I had all of these little feet from the Dresden.
Yeah.
So if you like to save little parts, if you save all of those, you could make little teeny Dresdens out of them. And there you go.
That's awesome.
So what I'm going to do is these are going to be cornerstones in the sashing. So I just need to finish, you know, putting it together.
That's gorgeous.
And this will be the only Dresden plate quilt that I've made.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And I don't know if I'm going to ever make another one.
They're a lot of work. So I guess the only thing I really have on, if you want to call it a bucket list, is I want to do a Judy Niemeyer quilt one day. And all batiks is what I want to do it in.
That would be nice.
Yeah, really colorful. I think it would be lots of fun. Debating on whether this would work or not. Nope, it's not wide enough. Let's see, I thought oh yeah, I did. And this is in here.
Yeah, I might do a Judy Niemeyer quilt one of these days.
I think when I go to the States again, I'll probably, because I saw them in several, the patterns are, quite expensive anyway. But I think to decide on what one I want to do, I think I'll, the next time I'm in the States, just go ahead and pull the trigger and buy one that I like. That way I can bring it back with me. But make some copies of the pattern itself on a big printer so I can have backup,
Right.
That needs to be way down here. To stash and to the rest to trash. Sherry says, I've been working on a Sophia, a legit kit. I like FPP, but I'm really not liking this one. Pieces too small and difficult to fit together. I'm going to give it a little longer, and then the fabric goes to the stash and the rest to the trash. Okay, now I get what that is. It's the Sophie the Sewing Machine. Is that what that one is? Okay. Now we're gonna, I'm getting somewhere here. I guess Rita's gone.
Yeah, something happened. I haven't seen her in the chat either.
Oh, I hope she's a,
Maybe she lost her internet. I noticed her mic was kind of getting garbly, so I don't know.
yeah, it could have been what it was. Bonnie says, I have a kit to make a Jacqueline Dijon quilt to make. This one is called Dream Flight. The first one I took a class for was Serendipity. Nice name. So let's talk about the poll. I'm not going to give you the answer yet. But we have 38 votes. But what does xenogog mean? And xenogog, yeah. Some of you probably already know the answer because we've heard a different word using the Xena part of it. But looks like 11% said soldier, 3% said baker, 61% said guide to strangers, and teacher is 26% so far. Maybe she stopped oh, she was bleeding, so that might be what it is too. I forgot about that. She was trying to stop some bleeding. Okay. Now we're going to do the light color. Let's see which one I can get away with using here. Nope.
Katie, what is that on top of your machine?
This? You mean all this stuff? Oh, who asked that? Oh, so we have a thimble up here. My husband's wedding ring. Is all this stuff is mounted on two empty spools. We have a little heart here made from sealskin, and inside of that is a little heart made from reindeer bone or reindeer horns. Then there is the pin that says, yeah, you know what it says. And then this is a bracelet from Fano that's from actual amber. This is amber that, and this Fano's famous for their beaches having amber washing up on the shores all the time.
Hmm.
Which, hi Raven. And then I have a butterfly over here that you might see part of right here. And then right here is Lego scissors. They're little baby scissors right here. Compliments of my husband. Yeah. So the like this little the little heart you see right here. When we have the only our town has the only tannery in all of Greenland, so everything comes down here. And so when they're making parkas and pants and things for winter for people to wear, um, there'll be small pieces of sealskin left from doing that. And instead of throwing it out, they make scrap bags, and the locals will come and buy the scrap bags just like you would a fabric scrap bag. And they take that and they make things out of it and they sell it. And you'll find hearts all the time with little pins on the back that you can pin to your shirt. I have the Olfa, but I would prefer something not green. You mean the color of the ruler? because that's not an Olfa. Actually, this one's a Missouri Star, so this must have came in something from Missouri Star now that I looked at it, because it says layer cake Dresden plate. Missouri Star Quilt Company. Yep, and I also have a couple more of their green rulers, but I don't use them because the glare hits this and bounces onto my glasses. Okay, we got that part done. Now we got to put the turquoise on here. Let's see here. Oh, the cutting mat. Gotcha. Nora, you can't be on my foot pedal, girlfriend. What are you doing? She's moved her pillow. Cindy, the Olfa mats I have, the Olfa mats, I have 4, are only lined on one side. I say choose the color you like, but have smaller, easy to replace mats for most of your cuts. Just an humble opinion, says Laura. All right, we're about to make progress here on, this will be number 3. We have one more to make in this direction. Speaking of, I need to print an extra one because I seem to have lost a piece. I think I've solved my little problem for some. Yeah. Laura says she has some Fiskars that are fine, but gray or white. If you want a fancy color, I don't know what is available. I've been on a budget. I'm kind of hoping while we're in Denmark, I can find a new cutting mat that uses imperial measurements. At least I hope so. I'm not going to hold my breath on that, but if I find one in imperial, I'm going to send it home. I need a new cutting mat. My husband put his laptop on top of mine, and guess what happened? It warped it.
Oh,
Because
no.
the laptop's heat. Someone said stick it in the freezer. It's too big to stick in the freezer. It's one of those 34 or 36 by 24. And it warped a good chunk of it. I'm like, why did you put your laptop? I didn't think it was going to hurt anything. I said, I've been telling you, these mats aren't made for certain things. It was a Lori Holt one of all things too, you know, not that I care, but I didn't even realize it was Lori Holt till I looked at it to see if I could figure out who I ordered it from. It was from Fat Quarter Shop, and I probably bought it because it was on sale, not because it had Lori Holt's name on it. Been a good mat. I've had it since either 2015 or 2016, so I've had it a long time. Golly, if I bought it in 2015 or 2016, it's 10 years old. What American is doing in Green? I live here. I'm married to a native Greenlander. I've lived here for 14 years and I've been married to him 15. Teresa, what color and brand is that mat you're using?
This color is kind of a
Yes, for love. Yep.
a gray blue, I guess. And the other side is a teal, and it's Lori Holt mat. And I bought it because it was on sale.
Immigrating here is much simpler than trying to for him to immigrate to the United States. He didn't want to give up his good job, so I did the move. Because we did do the research to see if we could find a fishing job. Fishing jobs are not the same as over here. In July, it'll be 32 years he's been doing his job.
Yeah, you probably would have had to go someplace like Alaska or something.
Well, the ones in Alaska are short-term jobs. You only get to work like so many days and then you're cut off.
Yeah.
And you're working year-round. Okay, how many have I got of this now? 1, 2, 3. We got one more of this side we got to do, and then we got to do the reverse. Okay. Make sure I did all these on the right side too. Yep. They're coming along.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna be interesting to see how they come out. GN says, I love the cold. Yeah, I've gotten where I don't mind it so much. I've adapted. Now I can't hardly stand to be hot. But that's why I don't go to the United States in the summertime, because I think I would just die of heat exhaustion. So I prefer going in the late winter months or springtime or the fall.
Right.
To see the kids and things like that. Uh-oh, I need to press this. What did Rita say? She says, I surrender, goofy mic and camera shut off due to the phone is connected to my computer because of the low vision. Not sure why Zoom is the only one affected. That's interesting. Sorry, sweetie. Hey, maybe we can get together later this week and figure out how to get around that.
That sucks, Rita.
Yes, it does.
Sorry for the stress.
Yep. Do you remember having that trouble before? It's been a while since she's been on live with me. Like a long time, actually, I think. Rita says I have to turn off all the connections to my phone. Oh. Time is it? All right, I have a question for you guys. Does anyone know if Donna's going live tonight?
No, she's not.
Okay, then I can go for another hour then. Because I know she normally goes at 10 my time. So we can go, well, are you on a time crunch, Teresa?
No.
Okay, all right. Then we can go another hour and I won't have to worry. Because I kind of want to get this part, at least all the pieces done so it can start being sewn together.
I missed
All
it. 3:45.
right. Oh, that's not wide enough. Well, darn. Let's do the other side of it then. Okay. Make sure it's long enough. Just barely. You have to be real careful. You want to whoa. Huh? G-View says, I would love to make a yo-yo quilt. I've never made one either, but I don't know what the other comment means.
Yeah, me neither.
I hope it's not nefarious. It might be a typo. Let's just wait and see.
There. Getting there.
I'm about to go into like, you know.
Yeah, I was a little surprised on my live the other day.
Yeah, usually I don't see those on yours.
No.
Whoa, somebody's been busy. Because usually you don't even see that kind of nonsense.
No, that's the first time in a long time.
Yep.
Right.
Laura says, Rita, I'm all bundled up right now. It's 64 degrees. And then Joyce says, welcome back to Cynthia.
Welcome back, Cynthia. Next one. That always makes me think of that song. Welcome back. Welcome back, Carter.
Yeah, welcome back, Cotter.
Yeah.
I never watched it, but I knew the song. Welcome back, Cotter. I wasn't much of a sitcom watcher.
Okay.
Cynthia says, thank you, everyone. I liked 3.5 minutes until it started getting too outrageous.
I don't think I ever watched that one.
Well, one of them had a young son, and some of this stuff is like, man, if my child acted like that, oh boy. Do you all have a Juki? I don't. I have a Janome GN View. Maybe that's what he was asking. Him or her was asking. What's the sewing machine thing?
No, mine's a brother. PQ 1500 SL.
Bonnie says she has a Juki TL18 QVP. Straight stitch only.
Yeah, mine's a straight stitch only too. Katie, do you ever make video tutorials?
I haven't in a long time. Who asked that?
Cindy.
I haven't in a long time because I'm usually on a live doing it. Like I'm trying to, do right now. I'm doing a crappy job of it tonight, though. I want to, but I've just been concentrating so much on just lives and stuff. I kind of pushed my pre-recorded stuff to the side, except for when I do podcasts. Because I like to interview fellow quilter creators as a podcast, and then after that we do a sew together. No, it's kind of like on one of these days get around to doing. I feel like people like the lives better than the pre-records. Laura says, I'm probably the odd man out. I have an Epic 3. It's a Husqvarna Viking machine that is both sewing and embroidery. Linda says, so hard lesson I learned today. I used an air erase pen to draw a bunch of half square triangle lines, and they were all gone today. Now I know. Teresa, what is the pink quilting in your back? Probably talking about your heart.
What is the pink thing in the back of me?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a heart for Valentine's Day.
It looks cute. That is cute.
I should iron it. It is a project from the a pattern from Kim Schaefer's called Calendar Quilts. And so every month you do a different quilt, wall hanging quilt. So this is the one for February.
Oh, look, we're going to have the fourth piece done here in a minute.
We
Yay.
did that over on my channel a few years ago.
Yep.
And
Yes.
it's piecing and applique. Here we go. A and B. Thank you very much.
Rita says, oh, that reminds me, Katie, did you finish the other block that you started on the live? I just wondered. I plan on trying to finish it tonight. It didn't get finished last night because after I stopped my live, guess what I went and did? I went to bed. And I passed out. And then I was awake at 4:30 this morning. And then I couldn't go back to sleep. But I can, hey, check this out, Rita. Wait, hang on, let me hang it up. Yeah, here we go. That's what the block looks like. It's weird how the camera thinks that's pink when it's red. Just different shades of red. Katie's doing scrapping now, and it's great to see, says Rita. Yeah, I love Scrappy. Scrappy, Scrappy. I went to bed and woke up, and there was an email. Yeah, that's because I was awake. I sent the email this morning. I'm like, let me go ahead and take care of my lives and stuff. I couldn't wake Teresa up because, you know, we're like 6 hours apart. Because I was going to say, do you want to come sew with me?
I probably would have said yes because I was up.
Were you? Wow. I would have, if I'd have known that, I would have been pestering you that, oh my gosh. That is really close. But that should be fine. Wait, I don't want to cut that yet. All right, now let's push it back. Then I can trim it. Yeah, that's the, you know, the section where you have to do four of the same thing. It's that section. The paper piecing one, I've done one part of the paper. This is what the paper piece part looks like. Hold on a minute. And the paper piece one looks like this, Rita. All right, now we can trim this off. Okay, we have one more piece for this one, and then I'll be able to start or make the mirror images of this. And then I'll trim them all down after I've pressed them good. All right. Now I need another piece of white. It's big enough for this. This probably will work, maybe. Yep. Let me do it. Let's get this last piece on here. Should be big enough, I hope. It looks like it will be. Hi, Jen. How you doing? What kind of paper are you using? This is print, the paper that I'm using is actually for paper piecing, but you can use regular printer paper if you don't have access. I just happen to still have some leftover foundation paper piecing paper, but you can also use printer paper. You can use newspaper. There's all kinds of things you can do.
Yeah, I'm using regular copy paper.
Yep, any of that will do. It doesn't necessarily have to be actual paper piecing. I like the I like the foundation paper better, but you don't have to have it.
Right.
It's not a requirement. And I'm out, you know, and what I did is I have two, no, I think I have three actually. I have these big, huge pads that Fat Quarter Shop came out with where you could draw your own paper. You could use it to design your own paper piecing on it, and they're really big pads. Well, I've been sitting on them forever, and the other day I cut them to go into my printer. Because, you know, I'm like, instead of it sitting there doing nothing, let's use it. Right, let's trim these up.
Okay, wants to know if it's hard to rip it off.
No,
No, but I think with Katie's paper is lightweight, more
Yeah.
than copy paper, and so hers comes off a little easier, I believe.
yeah.
You just have to be careful that you don't pull your stitches. And
So here's a recommendation. So when you're ripping paper off the back, You never ever want to come down here and start at the end. Never tear it off there. You would, what I like to do is I'll cut it in the, or tear it in the middle and pull it off that way. That way you're not, because if you try ripping it from edge, starting at the edge, you can rip the seam right out with it.
Yeah.
You don't want to do that. The other thing I suggest is you fold it back like this before you get ready to tear it. And then I tear through the center out. I never ever rip from edge to edge because you will rip the seam every time. Unless you do a back stitch, which I don't do.
Yep, I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
Everything
Because
you just said right there.
Yeah, I've learned that the hard way.
Yeah.
It's like, oh man, I gotta go back and sew that seam back. But I actually like doing it. I actually have grown to love doing this paper piecing, and I do like to use triangle paper a lot if I have to make a bunch of, if I have to make like 8 or more half square triangles, I'll use paper. Because I can get it done so much faster that way. Because I hate drawing lines. Not hate, I just don't like doing it. Put it that way. And I know that there's been a couple times where there's been a debate about trees and stuff. In this day and age, people grow a specific kind of pine tree for pulp wooding or for paper making, and they plant them just like a farmer would plant food. And they plant them in the tree stands are planted in increments where when you cut down a stand, you replace it with new seedlings, and then the next stand will be like so many years after that, they'll cut that one, put a new set of seedlings in that spot. And most people have like that do that for a living have over 100 acres when they're doing that. So they do it in small sets of stands. So they're not cutting down hardwood trees or any of the other kind of trees. They actually grow this specific kind of pine tree to make paper with. So that's why I don't fuss about it. And Florida's one of the states that does do pulp wooding that way. They grow it in stands and they grow it in increments so that there's never any erosion areas that has erosion in it. Because as soon as they cut, they turn around and replant. Where do you buy your patterns FPP? Some of the FPPs like this one is part of this book right here. And they put a PDF file up on I can't think of the name of the website now, but it's actually you can download the whole PDF to all the paper piecing and applique that's in this book. But you can also download free FPP patterns. They're all over the internet. You don't necessarily have to buy a paid one. I don't buy many paid ones. It has to be something really piquing my interest before I'll spend money on one. Yeah, the one I'm doing right now is from the book.
Yeah, and the one I'm doing is from a designer named Violet Craft. And when you buy her patterns, it comes with all of the papers that you need.
Yep.
Same thing with legit kits. Those paper, foundation paper piecing projects come with all the papers that you need. So you're kind of like, with legit kit, you can buy the pattern kit. So it comes with the fabric and all that stuff.
Yes, it is expensive, but it's better than having nothing to do. This is a
It,
hobby that you can give back to with it, and you can give them to your family. You can donate them to some good causes. There's all kinds of ways that you can, even though you spend money, you can, there's many benefits from doing it.
and it's when I used to drink, I spent a lot of money every week on booze.
Yeah.
And I spent more money on that than I ever did on quilting. So you just gotta, pick your habits.
Yep. This is a worthwhile habit.
Luckily, I don't have that habit anymore. So
Yeah, because some of us don't have other habits. I don't smoke. I don't drink. Um, I don't do drugs. My kids are all grown up. And my husband spends an extraordinary amount of time on the ocean, so I have to have something to keep myself busy with. And he don't mind that because he has an expensive hobby too.
yeah, Legos I don't think are cheap, are they?
Oh, they are not. They are not cheap. It's an expensive hobby. So between the two of us, we have plenty to do around here. Why does that paper look all wadded up? All right. Rita says, I only have two bad habits. One's is crafts and the other is nail supplies. Yeah, see, I don't even spend money on nails or makeup or any of that. I'm not a, in fact, me and Nikolai were having this very discussion about how he noticed I'm not a jewelry person I don't buy makeup. I've never have been one to spend money on all that kind of stuff. When I lived in Florida, it was any extra money I had would go outside in the dirt. I was always gardening. Couldn't wait. I have it drawn on the back. Wait a minute. Okay, so these are definitely the mirror image. I just didn't draw on the back of those yet. Where are you from, Teresa? Asked GN.
I live in Idaho, United States. And I've lived in the United States my whole life. I did go to Canada once.
Which part of Canada did you visit?
Up by Vancouver. I went up there for the 86. I think it was the Olympic thing they had there. I think it was in 1986.
Back then, it wasn't so expensive, was it?
Oh, it wasn't that expensive. And we had some friends that had they called it a boat, but I called it a yacht. And it's like a sailboat, but I mean, it was nice. And we stayed on that, so it wasn't expensive. But it was fun to walk around and see everything. I think I still have pictures from that.
These look good, don't you think so? They're going to be fun when I get the mirror versions of these done and put them together. It's going to be pretty. I think the colors are going to work really well together.
Jaja says that Craft Warehouse is having 25% off this weekend. They have a website.
Cool.
I was in British Columbia. I was in Canada.
Okay, so we're going to be sewing on this side of this. Do the Lego scissors cut? No. They're like just replicas. Rita, I can't remember the last time I bought any makeup. It's been like forever. I didn't have very much of it when I did buy it, but yeah, I kind of just like, and I think that just comes from spending so long in a church where you weren't allowed to wear it. And then, of course, I didn't raise my girls on wearing makeup. So they didn't, and I think that they don't wear makeup all that often, even now as adults, because it never ranked as the thing that I've taught them to do. Because I think I think my girls are beautiful the way they are. And don't anyone take that as an insult. It's just the way I saw things that I'm pragmatic about that kind of thing. I could think of better ways to spend money, put it that way.
I don't wear makeup very often, and I haven't wore like mascara in years. But
Yeah.
I started not wearing makeup when a lot of the stuff I do is outside, and I'm a sweater. I sweat, my face sweats.
Yep.
And all of that would just go right into my eyeballs,
Mm-hmm.
and burn. And also I'm like, okay, I'm done with makeup.
I saw the price of face cream, the kind you just use for your face. It's so expensive now. Used to be you could buy a decent one for like $10. Now they want $60 for it. And I'm like, my gosh, how does anyone afford any of that?
Everything is expensive.
Yeah, it's just crazy. Jaja says I shop in a store and online from them. And then Rita says I do not buy any fabric online. I have to touch it. I buy mine online because I have no choice. And then she says I only makeup I buy is Rimmel of London, so it's not cheap. I can imagine not. And then Rita says, I'm a little chicken to put makeup on as well. Low vision and putting makeup on just not the way to go. I get that. Every now and
Well-
then, like when Lynette and her husband will go and do a photo shoot with their daughter, Lynette will wear a little bit of makeup, and she's gotten where she just puts just a tiny bit on. You can barely tell she's got it on. I'm not sure if Chris even wears them.
Boy, you know who is just snoring away over here.
Oh, is she? Yeah, the one down underneath the table's been quiet tonight too. I thought she was going to show herself out at the beginning of when I was trying to go live, you know? Remember she was talking to me when you first
Yeah.
came on? But she settled down because I had just fed her. So I don't know what she was complaining about. All right, we got to make sure this is not. Oh, I need to sew on this side because these are going to be opposite. Okay, I'm going to get myself all turned around here. Aw, that's sweet, Rita. Okay, we're going. Ooh, this is going to be fun doing this backwards. After doing it the other way. Okay. We need white and yellow. See what I can use from the spare parts department. I have need some spare parts going on here.
Uh-oh.
You know, smaller pieces. That's why I'm calling it spare parts department. Let's use as much of this scraps as we can get used, you know?
Yeah, Laura, when I was younger, I wore makeup all the time, you know. It was probably uh in my late 30s, early 40s when I quit wearing it, but that was mainly because of the job I had. It was outside and a lot of activity, you know. But if I went to dinner or something like that, I would still put a little bit of makeup on. Now I can go anywhere without makeup and it doesn't bother me.
Yep.
Like, if you don't like it, don't look.
Hello, Blissful. Welcome to the channel. I think this is the first time I've seen you. How many hours are we in now? 3 hours we're in now. Or says I rarely wear makeup. I know that when we did our 10th anniversary, we were in California that time frame, and we were going to eat at Harris Ranch. I wore makeup that day, but it was sparing amount that I wore. But we got all dressed up.
Okay, that set is done. Let's see what's next here.
Okay. Man, I really cut it close on that one. It's probably because it moved. It definitely moved. Okay. Now we need to use purple. I think this purple is working really well with this. Oh. So, what does everybody have planned for the weekend? I know Valentine's Day is Saturday, and my husband's going to be at sea. So we'll have to celebrate his proposal of 16 years when he comes home. But that's when he proposed 16 years ago on Valentine's Day in Clearwater.
How nice.
I can't believe it. We've known each other for 26 years as of tomorrow. It's crazy. I don't even know where all that time went.
It was fast.
Yes, it sure does. Too fast. Seems like the older you get, the faster things go. I know know that can't possibly be true, but you know what I mean. Raven says, finished cleaning up the dog poop that's starting to show up. Uh-oh. Yep. When the snow starts melting around here, you see lots of it.
Yeah.
It annoys me when I see big piles of big dog poop. And I'm like, I don't have a big dog, so that's not from my dog. Because that means somebody's letting their dog poop in other people's yards when they should be just keeping their dog in their own yard.
Over here we have what you call free range. So you either have to fence out your property or
Yeah.
put up with it.
It's like that here pretty much. That's why it annoys me sometimes, because I'm like, why does your dog got to come up here and poop all over the top of my dog, you know? Especially my little dog, because she's a girl. Because that's the only reason that I know it's a male dog, because I have discovered that we have a what do you call it, a bear or wildlife garbage cans, all of us, that we put our trash in to keep wildlife out of it.
Yeah.
And somebody's male dog likes to pee on it.
Oh, nice.
That's right at my front door almost. And it's because the dog can smell Nora. So he's like marking.
Right.
And I'm like, that's just so rude.
Marking his territory.
And I'm like, the owner's not stopping him from doing it. And that just really ticks me off. I didn't let Coda do that kind of thing. Joyce, I don't like cutting fabric, says Raven. Reggie's walking harness has a popper bag holder. Joyce says, I've been trying to cut fabric for that one too, Raven. Laura says, my husband and I don't do Hallmark holidays. We try to do unexpected loving things throughout the year. I'm not much of a Valentine's person. It just happens to be when my husband proposed marriage. He proposed about halfway through his vacation in the United States when he was there, and it just happened to be on that day. I don't think he specifically chose that day to do it. He just, when he decided to pop the question. I like cutting fabric. I have the background left, but I'm just looking at it, says Raven. I better start thinking about what I'm going to do for socialites. I know I'm almost thinking I want to do either a blue Batiks quilt, just do all blues, or either I'm going to do blues and purples. I haven't made up my mind quite just yet, but I'm thinking it might be a combination of both. Because I've never done that color before. Usually you see me doing all these bright in your face kind of things. I have, okay. Laura, are you feeling okay? I meant to ask you how you were doing. All right, now we're going to put on the turquoise. No, that's not long enough. I took my hubby out for his birthday, which is today, and then we are going to farmer's market for Valentine's. Ooh, fun, fun.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
That sounds like fun.
I asked Brandon if he would like to go to dinner out of the house.
Is he game for it?
Nope. I'm okay with that. He goes, if you'll just get sick. I'm like, yeah, well, that's true. Because a lot of times when I eat out at other places, it makes me sick.
Your stomach sensitive to different food, not your own.
Yeah, or people don't wash their hands.
Yeah.
So like I never eat a salad at a restaurant. Never.
Oh wow.
The only thing I will do is eat is if it's cooked all the way through, you know. Yeah, I have to be really careful what I eat. Ever since I got really super sick from a sandwich shop, I'll let you guys guess which sandwich shop that was.
Subway.
I made the mistake of putting greens on it, like spinach and lettuce and stuff, but I'm sure it was a spinach. And I ended up in the hospital. I was so sick. And ever since then, well, I haven't eaten spinach since then. I've tried, but it makes me sick. It's like it made me allergic to it or something. And like every time I go to like a potluck or something like that, I end up sick. So I just don't do it anymore. If I go, I only eat my own food, you know, at a potluck.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty sensitive. I thought I was going to really, I thought I was going to die from that sandwich.
Steroids have so many side effects, but boy, they can save your life. I've got my first mirror one done here. See what this looks like when I put two of them together. Because I'm curious. Hi, Shirley. How are you doing?
Hi, Shirley. I think Willa went downstairs.
Did she?
I think so.
Didn't
I wonder if she has to go to the bathroom.
Possible.
Oh, let me go check. I'll be right back.
Okay. All right, let's see what this looks like. Oh, looky there. Can y'all see that? Now you'll be able to see what this looks like. When I do one more, you'll be able to see it on the side too. At least now you see how the color is going to come together. That is going to look really cool. Shirley says doing okay most of the time. Well, I'm glad to hear that. I know it's been a rough time for you. Do y'all see it? Joyce says looking good. Yeah, I think this is going to look real good, these colors. All right, now that I have the mirror one done, I have something to look at now. Okay. We need yellow. And we need a piece of white. And this should work here too. Maybe this one might work. Let's see which piece I can use. Looking for some more spare parts. Love the color, says Joyce. Thank you. Bonnie says she likes it a lot. Shirley says, oh, pretty. Thank you, guys. As soon as I get another piece done, I'll put it on the other side so you can see the purple on it. Okay. Wait, am I putting this on the right side? Sage's taking his good old time getting death certificates to me. Golly, they should have already gotten that to you by now. That is a long time to wait for them.
I'm back.
Welcome back. She have to go out.
No, she must have heard Brandon getting a snack from the refrigerator or something because she's down there keeping an eye on him.
Oh, that's too funny. She's like, don't leave me out of this little picture.
I'm sure she'll want to go out when he's done, you know, but
That's cute.
she doesn't want to miss out on the opportunity.
No. Well, I sure hope they get it done soon, Shirley, so you can get on with things. One of your senators was in our here in Greenland, Shirley. Murkowski came here she was here for a couple of days. And I'm probably not saying her name right, but you know who I'm talking about. They're trying to reassure the Greenlandic people.
Okay, let's see.
Welcome back. I don't know if that's going to cover it or not. It might. Let's try it and see what happens. Shirley says what is really frustrating is the Social Security notified banks, yet they require an actual certified copy. I remember going through all that stuff when my first husband died. And you had to pay for multiple death certificates because you had to give. That was one of the things that the victims advocate came in, you know, when they came to help me and the kids. They were walking me through all the ins and outs of how many death certificates I needed to have on hand and what I needed them for, and I think I ended up with 10 or something like that because it was, and then I needed to keep one apiece for the kids because they would need them. I needed one to prove that I was, you know, if I wanted to remarry, you have to provide that so that you're not breaking the law of marrying when you're still married. I knew this was not going to work. I don't even know why I tried to do that. Didn't think it was wide enough. Yep, pretty much. And I keep one on, and I actually have one here with me because sometimes it gets asked about for something I'm filling out because sometimes when you're doing paperwork, it'll ask what your previous married name was or previous maiden name, whichever comes first. Or it'll ask you how many different names you've been under. And I'm on my third last name, so
Oh,
surname, whatever.
yeah, I had a heck of a time the last time I went to get my driver's license.
Yeah, you got to prove it,
Because,
sure.
yeah, even though my driver's license wasn't expired,
Yep.
I still had, they made all these changes to the laws, even in Idaho. So, oh, and thank goodness I had this stuff.
Yep.
My birth certificate, then my divorce papers from my first marriage. Now, I didn't have my marriage license from that, but
I
anyway,
actually
so,
even have that. I do have a copy of that. And I have a copy of my first husband's birth certificate too.
but well, he's still alive, so I don't know if I should, have that, but
No, mine isn't, so I probably get copies made of it at some point and give it to the kids, so because he was born in Lawton, Oklahoma.
yeah, you pretty better much have everything you need. Yeah, because this is my third last name too.
And my maiden name, and then my first marriage, and now my second marriage.
Yeah. Yeah, when I had anybody like family members and stuff, like my mom and my dad and my brother, when they all passed away, I got 5 copies of their death certificate just in case.
Yep. Better to be safe than not safe, but you know what? Prepared than not, because
Yeah.
all that bureaucratic red tape.
Let's see what we got here. 41 and 33. And I don't know what Social Security gives you for a death benefit, but it used to be like $250,
Yeah, it was $250 when he died.
which is absolutely ridiculous. You
Yeah,
know, come on.
I guess you're not worth anything if you can't pay taxes anymore.
That is not going to help with burial at
No,
all.
definitely not. It cost $1,800 to cremate my husband, but I had him interred, and I did have him interred into the National Cemetery, though, or whatever it's called. The one in Florida. There's two in Florida, I think, or either three. Because we never talked about that kind of thing when we were married, because we were pretty young when that happened. He was
Right.
48.
Oh, Joy says it's 275 now.
And I went up all of a measly $25, really? Wow. All those years of paying taxes, and that's all you get. Joyce says it cost her 400 to cremate her husband 7 years ago. Wow, you're lucky where you had yours done at, because mine was $1,800.
She said 4,000.
Oh, I thought it, oh, 4,000. Wow. I saw
Yeah.
400. How did I see 400? Because I can't see.
Yeah, I think it was 2,400 for my mom. And that was in 2016.
That is ridiculous. I think the government pays for the people's burials here. Nuke finally got a crematorium. I told Nikolai, I said, well, you know where to send me then. Please don't put me in that cemetery. Take my ashes and go to the ocean with them. I need to make sure this is going to cover. I have a feeling it's not.
Jean, my mother-in-law had that. And you just give that to the funeral parlor director and they take care of it all. You don't have to worry about it. It's great. So, yeah. I don't know how much a policy like that costs nowadays, but I'm sure glad she did it because that was probably the easiest funeral arrangements I've ever made, and I've made a lot of them. And if you have kids, let them know what what you have, what you don't have. It'll make it a lot easier on them. Like, my dad didn't really understand the household accounts, stuff like that. And my mom, she passed away first, and none of us kids knew what mom was up to with her checking account and stuff. Well, I had to go through all her papers that she had, and I'm like, and look through her bank statements and all that stuff. And I saw where she'd been making payments to some life insurance thing. And just not very big payments. So I called them, and sure enough, she actually had two policies, which turned out to be, it wasn't that much, but it was enough to take care of all of her funeral expenses and everything. So, but she didn't tell anybody, that she had done that. So I wish she would have let us know, that what she had going on, because she'd been sick for quite a while. Um, but at least she had the paperwork, right? So she only had the paperwork for one of the policies, and if I hadn't have called, you know, I wouldn't have known about the second one. And you also check with your bank because, like, if you have an account at a credit union, a lot of them have like accidental death policies that just come with your account. You don't even have to pay for it. That's how my credit union is. I don't know. You know, it's not that much. It's like $2,000 or something like that. But that's better than nothing, right? And you don't have to pay for it. So if you don't have an account at a credit union, I would check into that. And then also check with them, see what kind of policies they have. And my bank also offers additional policies, you know. You can just keep the standard one that doesn't cost you anything, or you can, it used to be like $1.50 or $2 a month for extra insurance, which is pretty cheap.
Gotta go. Family time. See you later, says Cynthia. Thank you, Cynthia, and I'll answer your message in a little while.
See you later. Oh, well, 1,200 isn't bad compared to 4,000.
Yeah. Definitely.
And the little town that I used to live by over in Oregon, it's called Halfway, Oregon, and there was a funeral parlor there, and she actually did crematories also, but you could buy a benefit from her directly, and then that was it. So if you bought it for $800 and you lived in, you know, for another 20 years and services were now $4,000, you still only had to pay 800. So that was, you know, that's a pretty good deal right there. But anyway, enough about this stuff. I almost got one more row put together.
Oh, look at you. Hang on, let me spotlight that so they can see.
One more section to sew on here, and I'll have a row put together.
Wow, it looks good. I love the way you've done the color.
Thank you.
It looks wonderful.
Yeah, my neck and shoulders are starting to hurt.
Yeah. We're probably gonna stop soon. This is taking me a while to get done. It's funny, it takes longer when you're not familiar with a particular pattern, you know? Plus I'm designing it on, or color designing it on the fly. Actually, I picked up colors before I even started, but you know what I mean. Okay.
Now I'm going to make sure I have these correct way. Ah, I see you're back, little girl. Oh, it's 5:06.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's probably time to think about winding down soon. I just wanted to get this next piece done so y'all could see the other side of uh the setup, so you could see how it's gonna all go together. And then I'll probably finish this on tomorrow's live, both blocks tomorrow's live. I have Lisa from Aqua Quilter joining me tomorrow.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, it's been a while since
That'd be
she's
nice.
been on the channel. A while. I think actually it's been a hot minute since the last time I had her on here. Maybe longer than a year, I think. And I already got Ian lined up for next month too, in March. Now if I can just pin Eric down for the once a year sew with him. I prefer to sew more often with him, but since he's moved to Vegas, he's staying super busy.
Yeah, he is a busy guy.
Yeah, with that job he's got, it's kept him tied up all the time. He's finally getting back to doing some of his lives, so I'm glad to see that. And apparently, Jess from So Blessed Jess, she saw him at Road to California. Apparently, he had gone.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Well, I thought that was pretty cool. Okay, let's chat about something else, says Shirley. I thought that was pretty cool that they had run into him. And she said, he's very tall. I said, yes, he is.
Yes, he is.
He's a very tall
Like,
person.
what is he, 6'5" or 6'8" or something like that?
Yeah, he makes Tiffany look tiny. But when the first time I met Sean, the guy who sews, when you see him in front of the camera all that time and you don't think anything of it, and then when you meet him face to face and you're doing this, he's
Oh, is
six,
he?
he's 6'5".
Oh, Sean is?
Yes.
Ah, I didn't know that.
Yep. He's a tall dude. And Ian, I think, is 6'2" or something like that.
Yeah, when Eric and Tiffany hang out, it's like, because Tiffany's really short. She's like
Yep.
5'2", she's
Yep.
not very big at all.
My daughter's probably the same height as her because Lynette is 5'2", my oldest one. She's got that whole Japanese build.
When Brandon and I got together, he was 6'3", and I'm 5'5".
Well, I'm an inch taller than you. William thought I was 6 foot tall. And I think the reason he thought that, as I said, is it because of my ceilings? He says, yeah. I said, I could touch my ceilings because that's how low my ceilings are. That's why you can see it. We have low, whoever built this house must have been an extremely short person because the only rooms that actually have tall ceilings in them is the two rooms where the roof was that steep pitch roof we had. And then when we had the roof raised, it put 8-foot ceilings in those two rooms. The bathroom and the cold room have 8-foot ceilings, but everything and the bedrooms and the craft room, which is actually a bedroom, those ceilings are even lower than these ceilings. So if
Wow.
you're 6'5", you're gonna bump your head in there.
How tall is your husband?
He's my height. We're both 5'6". And my first husband was 5'6" too. I never married anyone taller than me. I don't know. It never occurred to me to find a taller man.
My first husband was 6'2", and then Brandon 6'3". I like him tall.
Yeah, Lynette's husband Eric. Um, he's 6'4", I think, and Kristen's husband is 6'2".
Oh yeah?
Yeah, so both of them are married to tall men. So those girls are going to look like Amazons when they get grown, probably. I don't know. Ava might be taller than Lynn, but maybe not as tall as her dad. But I think Ava. So you got Abby's dad, because Kristen's been married twice. She's in her second marriage. So her first daughter, the oldest one, her dad is also 6'2", I think. But Abby seems to be taking on the smallness of her mom. But Kristen's more like my height, not like Lynette. And but Aria, sorry, which is the second daughter to the second husband, she looks like she's going to be taller than Abby because she already showing that tallness now. So it'll be interesting to see who the tall one is and who isn't.
Oh yay!
All right, let's press this and we'll trim it and then we'll compare this block a little bit.
This one is sewn together.
All right.
This is the last row.
Oh my gosh, look at, hang on. I want them all to see it. Hold on. Look at that. That looks wonderful.
Thank you.
I love it. I love how you've done all that green. All of that's batik, right?
Yeah,
It looks lovely. I love how you made it look so realistic.
thank you.
Hey,
It's
Mona,
something.
welcome back.
Uh-oh.
What, did you find something?
Yes. Oh, crap.
What did you do? Sew it on the wrong side?
I was like, okay, this does not look right, you know?
Oh, are you able to fix it?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to double check. I think I sewed this. No, this has got to be right because of the angle. Let me see. No, that is right. Okay. It's just
Yeah.
weird how they cut the leaf off right here. No, it's right. Okay, good.
Yep, now you can breathe.
Yeah. It's weird how they cut that off.
I don't know why that looks like that up there. Okay, so this has got to go on. Let me move this over a little bit so you guys can see what this is going to look like. That's so strange right there.
So now I just have one more row to do, and it's the one with the nose. This one. And I think I have quite a few sections to put together.
Yep.
But I'm getting there.
This block is getting there too. Look.
And I guess that's not too bad. This is how many more I have. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 more units. That's what I'll call them.
And you'll be all
14.
done?
Yep. And then I can put row 3 together and then put row 4 on, and then I'll be done. Yippee, yippee. So maybe before the end of February, that's my goal, is to have this all done, the top done before the end of February.
That would be excellent. Teresa, is that a legit kit? Shirley's asking.
No, it's Violet Craft. It's called Tiger Abstractions.
It is very cool. And see you later, Jean. Thank you for coming in. What do y'all think? This is like half the block already.
Oh, wow, that block is going to be cool, Katie.
Yeah, I think so too. Definitely is.
Yeah, I like your colors.
Thank you. I think it works pretty well together. I was looking at the yellow versus the orange to go with the turquoise and the purple, and it seemed like the orange made it look darker versus this made the colors pop out. So I chose instead. What do you guys think in the channel?
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't use orange. I like it the way it is.
Yeah, me too. It works.
It's cool.
Shirley says nice. All right. While we're waiting, Joyce says, I really like the colors, Katie. Hey, pescatarian gardener. How are you doing? Sorry I'm late. Oh, no one's ever late, but I'm getting ready to stop, I think. I'm about burnt out now. But I wanted to talk about the poll while everybody's commenting on the block. Okay, so what does synagogue mean? So we have 45 votes, 11% voted on Soldier, 2% voted on Baker, 62% voted on Guide to Strangers, and 24% voted on Teacher. And if most people probably, the 62% Guide to Strangers is the answer. And all you had to do is, if you know this Xena is always talking about strangers or foreign people, or you have a word called xenophobia that means fear of foreigners or strangers. So it didn't take much for me to guess that one. So the answer is Guide to Strangers. Congratulations to those of you that voted for that one. And Joyce says, can't wait to see Teresa. See Teresa's is done. I can imagine so, because I can't wait to see it finished too. So Teresa, when's your next live?
Sunday, 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Okay, and I'm going to share your link. And if you've not been to Teresa's channel, hop over there, subscribe, watch some videos, like them, comment. And Pescatarian says, I'm trying to find my new norm. Haven't been on since I lost my mom, and I have been so depressed. I'm so sorry. I didn't know you lost your mom. I knew you hadn't been available. Big hugs and prayers for you and your family. We'll be thinking of you.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yep. Just try to remember all the good stuff you did with her. And hopefully that will help you a little bit. All right. So what I'll do is I'll be live tomorrow, as always, at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will have Lisa from Awkward Quilter on the live tomorrow, and I will probably go ahead and carry this on over to tomorrow, along with finishing the other block. And then Sunday, I will re-announce the exact, I'm moving the, I finally got an email answer from Danny, and Myra also answered. I'm moving the Peace of Mind mending pieces to 7 p.m. Yes, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Oh,
Because I'm doing a collab with Sherry, and her live starts at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it will run into when I'm supposed to have my live, which I usually start at 4:30. So I've had to improvise to get around that. So I emailed both Myra and Danny to see which would work better. So it'll be later for the mental health one that I do once a month. And so it'll start at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, which is later for me. But at least it won't be bumping into Sherry's. Yeah. So
or mine.
or your yeah, or yours, because normally mine runs into yours, is what
Yeah.
happens. And it's only a once a month thing, so it only happens once a month. But I've been doing it for a whole year, and it didn't occur to me that mine was running into yours until I noticed, and I'm like, oh crap, that wasn't supposed to happen. And
That's all right.
it's only once a month though, so. And sometimes, when you've been sick, it's not been a problem anyway. But
Right.
anyway, I will see all of y'all tomorrow at 4:30 Eastern Standard Time. And make sure to live, laugh, love, and dream. What do you do with that? You make something beautiful, or you do something beautiful for someone. Will put a smile on their face. Think about that, because we all need hugs and happiness and smiles. You never know, it might change someone's world because you gave a smile or a hug. So see you tomorrow, and have a great night. Good night, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Oh, and thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, and thank you for joining me too. I enjoyed it.
Me too. We got a lot done.
Yes, we did.